Americans, your deaths await you.
Here you are once again, a nation divided. Only this time, you will fall. With a little help, if necessary.
Your democratic ideals will be your undoing once your own people turn against you. Do you really think it would be that easy?
До свидания.
Keep attacking. You'll disrupt his purpose. Cloaking field is down. Get him.
Give me a break. These mini-sentry guns will give you something new to think about.
Some help.
The Registration Act will be passed by your cowardly leaders, and you will become criminals. Floor them!
I'm not feeling well.
They cannot harm what they cannot see. This will be the coldest war of all.
Can't go on much longer.
tail kicked.
Gonna keep some, eh? Look at them stupid outfits!
You're lucky I'm in a good mood today.
Let's earn our pay!
Next time, send somebody who's gonna put up a fight.
Function! No! You think you've won, but you haven't. You'll soon see. You have already lost everything.
And so, to answer your question, Mr. Senator, in spite of these recent events, I don't believe forcing superheroes to register with the government is the answer. This law would split the hero community right down the middle, with consequences I'm not sure any of us want to ponder.
Was that really your best shot?
Sneaking around doesn't become you, Steve.
Maybe I'll need the practice. Maybe we all will.
Don't be so melodramatic. This whole thing would affect you least of all. You're already deputized.
You almost sound like you agree with them. This Registration Act would tear down everything we've done, destroy a century-old tradition of...
I'm trying to save it, Steve. As much of it as I can, anyway. Don't you see where this is headed? All it's going to take is one more slip-up by anyone in a cape, and we'll be lucky if registration is the worst they do. They could just turn us all into criminals, hunt us all down.
No, they won't, Tony. Not in my country.
Now return to our special live episode of The New Warriors, coming to you straight from Stamford, Connecticut, where the Warriors have just been spotted by their super-villain quarry. Looks like it's on.
I've got Coldheart, you guys. Hey, somebody snag Nitro. He's rabbiting.
Don't worry, Speedball. I'm on it. On your feet, Nitro. And don't bother trying any of your stupid exploding tricks.
Oh, baby, don't you even know? You're playing with the big boys now.
Reports now coming in from Stamford, Connecticut indicate a massive explosion in a residential neighborhood.
Just over 12 hours ago now, and preliminary casualties are said to be over 600. In Washington, rumblings on whether superhero reform should be brought to the table.
Following last week's devastating explosion, Congress has rushed through passage of the Superhuman Registration Act, with the president expected to sign it.
This is just completely insane, Hill. I won't do it.
I'm sorry, was it not clear I was giving you an order?
You're asking me to arrest people who risk their lives for this country every day.
No, I'm ordering you to obey the will of the American people, Captain. Either you help us bring them in, or we'll bring you in.
Weapons down, gentlemen. Or I...
Trank darts, now! Take him down! Take him down!
Son, if you want to stay conscious.
You idiot. We were trying to save lives.
Of all the people to go underground, Captain America. Now every superhero who disagrees with the act suddenly has a leader. Maybe we should hold off until...
That won't be necessary, Mr. President.
Registration can go forward as planned. We'll take care of Captain America.
And with the passage of the Superhuman Registration Act earlier this week, superheroes around the country are being forced to choose a side. Do they register with the government to uphold the law, or become part of an underground resistance movement? So far...
Can you believe this is really going down? The act kicks in at midnight, but word is S.H.I.E.L.D's gonna be here sooner than that, taking signatures. Or prisoners. I want to talk to Cage about it, but he's too busy arguing with Mr. Fantastic over there. Maybe you can break into their little powwow and get some sense out of him.
Understand your skepticism, Luke, but you have to believe me. I've crunched the numbers, and we absolutely can't rebel against the government on this. If we do, the consequences...
Can't be any worse than burning the Constitution.
You're exaggerating. This is a temporary measure. Once things settle down...
I ain't buying it, Reed. And I can't believe somebody as brainy as you would.
Oh, hello. Good timing. Perhaps you can talk some sense into Mr. Cage here. He and Iron Fist seem determined to get arrested.
He's the one who needs a reality check. But good luck getting anywhere with that.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Who do I kill?
You have reached the voicemail. Though the incident was eclipsed by Stamford, many advocates point toward the Washington, D.C. attack as evidence that superheroes are...
Hey, good times, huh? I can. The government's always wanted to take us down a peg. Now they see their chance. But Cap showed us what we need to do. And you sound naive. Between you and me, I hope so. I have no intention of registering, and we're gonna need a leader. People have died. Nothing can change that, but we can't let it keep us from doing what we know is right. Look, personal freedom is what Cap's fighting for. This is your choice to make. I know which way I'm going. Hopefully you do too.
On the eve of the registration...
Are you sure you can get us to Cap without leading them right to him?
Got it covered. You just stick with me.
But what about the rest? How can we convince...
They're gonna have to make their own choice. Stark, Richards, and Songbird are obviously a lost cause. But maybe. Well, well. Speak of the devil. So you folks made up your minds yet? From what I hear, they ain't gonna give you much more time to sit on the fence. I ain't no government puppet, and I assume you feel the same way. There are worse things you could do than risk jail time to do the right thing. If they're enforcing unconstitutional laws and hunting you down like a dog, hell yeah.
Human personnel listed as unregistered will be treated by...
Cap in charge, as long as it takes. Simple, yeah. Easy, no. But I know Cap. He'll get us through. Look, you got what you need to know. I got stuff to talk over with these guys.
Hope things don't get out of hand. Hope things don't get out of hand.
Hey, you come to a decision yet? For now, yeah, it is. Stanford would never have happened if superheroes had proper oversight. We don't let cops run around shooting whoever they want. If somebody wants the authority to take on bad guys, they need to answer to somebody. No one's got a better reason to be paranoid than I do. And I'm telling you, this is the way it's gotta go. Technically, that's true. But someone supervising their actions could have saved those innocents. Look, I can't make the decision for you. Just remember, we're supposed to protect people. Signing up for training and accountability is the best way to do that.
We'd like to hear
And
what
so, in a worst-case scenario, we'd find ourselves in the equivalent of a superpowered civil war.
Heroes so busy fighting each other, the criminals get a free pass.
Exactly. That's where you and the Thunderbolts would come in, Melissa. We need you to help S.H.I.E.L.D. keep crime under control while we focus on... Oh, hello again. I'm glad to see you're not going off half-cocked like Luke, Danny, and Eli over there seem to be. We need cooler heads to prevail at a time like this. There's morality and there's practicality. I may have personal issues with the Act, but I also have hard evidence that if we rebel against it, the entire world's future will be imperiled. So, there's really only one sane choice here.
action on passing the Registration Act.
I'm not saying the SRA is evil, but going down a path we know leads to disaster would certainly be irresponsible and foolish. I'm not sure that's been determined. Incarceration, most likely. Of course not. But anyone... I'm sorry, I can't discuss this indefinitely with you.
Things don't get out of hand. I didn't sign up for trying to arrest Capes. Hope things don't get out of hand. The acting commander will be here any minute. Look sharp.
All superhumans, the Registration Act is in effect. You are now required to meet with Commander Hill and register your identity with S.H.I.E.L.D.
The acting commander will be here any minute. Look sharp. I didn't sign up for trying to arrest Capes.
Thursday seminar on workplace safety has been postponed due to an injury.
Hope things don't get out of hand.
I'm glad to see you're willing to meet with me on civil terms. Once you register, I'm sure we'll have a productive relationship. The paperwork is right here. Step up and sign, please. Because it's the law, and because if you don't, we'll drop you so fast your super little heads will spin. So, what's it gonna be, heroes? Just sign up here and you'll be bona fide law enforcement agents. You're not looking to start trouble, are you? Smart move. I'm glad to see you're going through with registration. Come on, I don't have all night. Smart move. Congratulations on making the right choice, heroes. The only one you really had. I'll look forward to working with you.
No! How could you? Cage told me I should have left with him and Iron Fist, but I didn't believe you'd do this! You damn traitors!
Well, looks like your first assignment just walked through the door. Either convince that idiot to register or take him down.
Okay, look, Captain America Jr., or whatever your name was. What's your problem? Just sign the...
Shut up! There's nothing you can say to make me join you. This is for Cap! You turn on us.
I guess we can always make a rug out of it.
An unfortunate introduction to government service for you. I'm sorry it had to come to that. Cage and Iron Fist refused to sign and escaped, and they're apparently not alone. I'm just glad you made the correct decision. Let's head back into the main area. We're gonna have our hands full, I expect, and I'm sure Tony will want to thank you personally once he gets back from Washington.
I don't need to tell you that you've made the right choice. You're here. And that means you understand the reality of our situation. You know what we're up against. Who we're up against. We simply can't restore the public's faith in us, while Captain America and his recruits are still playing by the old rules.
SHIELD is going to use their expanded authority to keep supervillain activity in check. That leaves us with responsibility for dealing with the rogue heroes.
We need to act decisively to end this fast. We have a few leads, and may be close to identifying one or more locations being used as hideouts by the rebels. Come back here later. By then, we should have something more solid.
Yeah, I'm thinking of transferring to CIA.
I hate that it's come to this, but we have a job to do. We'll reconvene at the briefing station when you're ready.
Authorities say that clashes between SHIELD forces and unregistered superhumans have already caused millions of dollars in property damage in New York City alone.
Hello, can I help you? Yes, I applied a working model of Asimov's psychohistory concept, a way to predict where societies will go in the future. Oh, most definitely. And in this case, it was incredibly clear what the consequences would be if all heroes opposed the act. From a scientific point of view, perhaps. But science alone can't win a war. And Captain America is a brilliant strategist, as well as an incredibly charismatic figure. That's one way of looking at it, I suppose. I have to get back to my work now.
A number of of public safety advocates have praised S.H.I.E.L.D. for their decisive action against the so-called
Yes? Can I help you?
whose recent ambush in Hell's Kitchen injured a number of civilians.
People are responsible for their own actions. I might say the same to you. I don't have time to bat that around again. I don't have time to bat that around again. After Fury went into hiding, the government... My qualifications are none... I have work to do now.
All personnel will be subject to random retinal ID scans.
Hello. What can I do for you? They've given us no choice. We've cornered the government enough as it is. If we all refused registration, they'd take every... Backed by the full power of the federal government and military? Yes. With any luck, Cap will give up quickly once we show him what he's up against. We'll do what we have to do to end this.
Hello. What can I do for you? That's because you know nothing of real... Yes, I'm sure. I wouldn't be... Let's not get into that again. I don't know, but it's damn Watch it now. They're still my friend. I gotta run. Later.